Welcome back to Thrive Yoga Fit Transformational Coaching. This is Erin. So this podcast episode is a deep dive into what I do during my certifications. So this is the binder that everybody gets, Thrive Coach School, yeah, all sparkly. So inside are a lot of little booklets. So I'm going to go through them with you. The first one that's at the top of the booklets is the pranayama coaching techniques. Inside here, I have about 6 different techniques that I teach that can kind of help you to drop out of your mind and drop into your body. There's different breaths that we can use with different clients as well as with yourself. If you're feeling anxious, if you have fear consuming you, if you need energy, if you need to chill out, if you just need to let go of something. So there's many different techniques in here. So I take yogic breathing techniques and I incorporate it into my coaching. It's something I do with my clients, and it helps, rather than battling somebody's mind when you're coaching them, show them a breath technique, and you can do it with them as a coach, and you'll watch their mind start to settle and you'll start to see this sort of inner glow happen. So highly recommend that as far as coaching. And if you're a coach and you haven't learned breath techniques, like if you want to come to my course, I will show you how. If not, you can watch some of my videos and I'll teach you too. So the clear formula. The clear formula is the cornerstone of my program. C is for circumstance, L is for look at your thoughts, E is for emotion, A is for action, and R is for result. So all of these together, you can solve any problem that you have. And the cool thing about the clear formula is that you can plug in at any part of the clear formula. So how to use this? For example, if you were feeling depressed, you can plug that into the E. Now, depressed might not be a necessary feeling, an emotion per se, but it's an evaluative word that is a stand-in for an emotion. So that's where you plug it in, and then you think, okay, what is causing me? What thought is causing me to feel depressed? And how do I act when I'm depressed? And what does that result in? Do I like how this is working out, or do I want to change it? And so if you're like, I don't really like how this is working out, why are you choosing this one? And then we go into another formula. It's pretty awesome. It's a great tool. It's something that I teach in my course. The next thing is processing emotions. This, if the clear formula is just about the most important piece of the puzzle, processing emotions would be a close second. So a lot of times people think that they're feeling their feelings, and they're not. They think that they are feeling. They're not actually feeling them. I show you step by step how to drop into your body, how to surrender to the experience with safety, and move that energy through you. This helps you to change your relationship with your emotions. So if there's a particular emotion that you fear, you learn how to assimilate it. You call upon your body's resources to be able to process it, and you see what's on the other side of fear. Who would you be if you didn't fear or have anxiety about certain things in your life and you actually showed up for them? Who would you be if you let go of shame and you can actually open up your heart to someone and show them who you are? That's what this is all about. Super valuable tool. The next technique that I typically teach, and sometimes I rotate these a little bit, but the dropper technique. The dropper technique is 100% something that I came up with through working with clients. The dropper technique is really valuable for people who have experienced trauma, who are unfamiliar with what it feels like to actually feel their feelings. And we do it bit by bit, one drop at a time. So that's a dropper technique. The next thing we have is navigating belief systems. So this booklet shows you how to get beyond the superficial thoughts and get into the actual belief systems, like I don't deserve love, I'm not good enough, everyone will leave me. Those deep ones that run the show from behind the scenes. This is how you gain access to those, and then you use your other tools to sort of choose a different pathway. This is really powerful. Boundaries. Everybody loves boundaries. Not really, but they do change your life. They change relationships. I was able to have a relationship with my mother for 4 years before she passed away because I learned how to do these. If you feel like someone's encroaching on your space, if you feel like you're smothered, if you're in a codependent relationship, boundaries are key. I show you how to do them from a space of, or set them from a space of love, whilst communicating non-violently and also giving a consequence just in case somebody is like, what boundaries? So I love those people. This is one of the most comprehensive booklets I have, and sometimes I'll do like a little weekend course based on it, but Relationship Toolbox, so good. Everything from the drama triangle to nonviolent communication to window of tolerance, attachment styles. I teach you all about it in here. These concepts that I teach in here are not original, but the way that I present them and in the way that I teach them and present them is unique. And so sometimes, content isn't learning. How you break it down and how you help someone understand it and guide them through, that is teaching. That's what I do. Relationship Toolbox, completely change your relationship. It is also accumulation of different techniques that my partner and I use to really improve our relationship, and our relationship is awesome now. Relationship Manual. So this one is very inspired by my mentor, Brooke Castillo from the Life Coach School, but this one is, it's not a manual on how to have a relationship, unfortunately, but it's actually a manual on the manuals that we have for other people. So we have these completely unspoken, untalked about, unacknowledged manuals for other people. For example, you will come into my yoga studio, you will speak quietly, you will take off your shoes, you will laugh at my joke. Like, it's just an example. But we have manuals for other people, and when they don't follow our manuals, we get angry, we get upset, and they don't know why. We're not even sure why until we realize what our manuals are for everyone. We might even have manuals for ourselves. Next one is Healing Inner Child. This is a specialty of mine. This is purposely put towards the end of the course because it requires more subtle energy understanding. So when you learn how to do Healing Inner Child, you can access deep belief systems, you can call in avatars, you can access your needs, the needs of your inner child, and help to meet them. Reparent yourself as an adult, so you can rewrite the script. The next one is Avatar Embodiment for Breakthroughs. So just like how you can focus on a deity and embody the beauty of like Saraswati and her wisdom and her creative force, you can do the same thing within you, creating the best version of you and stepping into that, just like an actor or an actress would do. And the thing is, if you practice it, like, what would I think? Like, what would super me think? And then you start acting out from that space more naturally, and you get different results. So then you can put it into a clear formula. I know it's a lot. But my courses are jam-packed, and it's not just 8 days, but it's 8 days and then a 6-month mentorship. All right, the next one, Meeting and Accepting Your Shadow. So this one I've recently updated to access the needs of your shadow, but whenever we have an explosive behavior or parts of ourselves that we reject, there's an unmet need underneath it. And when we learn how to access that, then we can give ourselves what we need, and then we'll find that the behavior changes. But the first part of it is accepting that this is the behavior that you have, or the thought patterns or the belief systems are because that you didn't get something when you were growing up. So, shadow. This one is fun. This is the beginning of our manifestation, outcome and goal cultivation. If you want to create something in your life, but you only have a vague idea of what it is, you will get a vague result. This helps you get really clear on your vision, and this starts the process of getting it down, getting it clear, feeling it in your body, and then manifest that shit. Hashtag manifest that shit. Speaking of manifestation, this is one of the last booklets, and it's called Manifestation Station. So this booklet is calling upon yogic technology to be able to manifest. And when you do the outcome and goal cultivation first, and you get that really clear, and then you use the yogic technology, you create in your life. So, very excited. The last one is a supplemental. This is an add-on booklet because some of my coaches needed coaching questions. So just in case you get stuck with coaching and you're like, I don't know what to ask, I don't know where to go. I got you, boo. I got you. So there's probably about 75 questions in here. They'll really help you to dig into yourself and to others. So every day we do yoga, we do meditation, we do pranayama because we can gain access to the more subtle energies when we do that. And that's one of the reasons why my course is so powerful. I combine the ancient technology of yoga with cerebral processing, with asking good questions, with learning how to process emotions so that you can find inner freedom. That is what I offer. That is what I do. I do it twice a year and I fucking love it. My next one is in September. If you're interested, I just gave you the whole scoop. We always have a theme. This time is mindful eating. So if you're interested in coach school, reach out to me, Erin at erincoach.com. I will lead you. And what I do is I create strong leaders. Namaste.
Thank you so much for listening. If you want to support the podcast and if it's helping you, please consider writing a review. You can go to iTunes or Google Play, go into the search bar and type in Thrive Yoga Fit Transformational Coaching, scroll down, and you can leave a review. This helps other people to find me as well as bumps us up in the search ratings. Also, this podcast is sponsor-free, so that means we don't receive anything for doing it. If you feel so inclined and this podcast is helping to support you and you want to return the favor and help to support any production costs of the podcast, feel free to give a donation to a Venmo link, Thrive Yoga Fit, or PayPal, Erin at erincoach.com. If you don't have the means, don't worry about it. We're not going anywhere. You're all good. But if you would like to give back, you can give back in those ways. Last thing, we have a coaching certification coming up, and it's 7 days of an intensive work, followed by a 3-month mentorship. You will not find another teacher that's more passionate and dedicated than I am to my students and their learning, and not just their learning, but the application and how they show up in their life. If you've been listening to this podcast and it's had a huge impact on your life, just imagine what it would be like to spend 7 intensive days with me and then a 3-month mentorship. You can check that out at thriveyogafit.com/coach-certification. Again, thriveyogafit.com/coach-certification. Thank you so much. Namaste.